Speed, mark, action.
Action.
Hi, I'm Devon Howard, Devon Howard. It's very, very intricate. Most people don't understand it. I was born and raised in an editing room.
Good editing keeps a film interesting. In this film, you will be shown how the editor arranges shots into a finished film.
So I can watch a film, I can take it apart, or I can watch it in a complete semblance in beauty, like a song.
Editing gives a film its sense and continuity, so that it can tell its story clearly.
Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios. The back lot of the studio can be
I went
seen
to
below.
MGM, and my first film was Rocky II with Sylvester Stallone, who's called Sly.
Rocky, his whole life was a 1,000,000-to-1 shot, but he's about to show the world he's 1 in a million.
Not Sylvester, that's a cat, he said. I worked on Fame. First show to go from film to tape, cut on tape, and then back to film.
Want fame. Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying.
I think that it would probably be editors have the most complex job.
Editing is the process of arranging the shots of a film. It is generally considered the most important and powerful element of filmmaking.
It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I must have heard down the hall at Editor's Row, Amityville Horror, he locked his daughter in the closet, and this editor was having a terrible time. And so I heard, "Daddy, Daddy, let me out of the closet," all day long. And that drove me nuts. Working with my father was always really neat. Talking with him was neat. He had such a passion. He worked his way up from the mailroom. His father was a fireman at 20th Century Fox in the 40s. And it was just, the whole thing was very exciting, very different. You know, and then watching, of course, like The Godfather, which is probably the hardest type of film you can edit, watching it over and over and over again and seeing that my godfather and the director I mean, they were so in sync, and he was so good at it. Same thing with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
But it's just one guy.
Don't you get sick of being right all the time?
I can watch my godfather, who cut The Sting, and my father's work, who cut Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, all done with the same directors and producers, same actors, and Paul Newman and Robert Redford. And I can watch that, and I can see the difference. And I've sat with these gentlemen all my life, and I could see the feeling in The Sting.
Paul Newman and Robert Redford. This time, they might get away with it.
A different type of editing, but the feeling, of course, it was a total different genre. It was about poker, and Butch Cassidy was definitely a Western. But I could see technically the edits and how smooth they were. I could tell my father had learned from my godfather, but the two of them had, it was kind of like singing together.
Looks like a dignified and inviting place to live in, doesn't it? But take my word, you wouldn't care to live in it.
You're walking through the lot, nothing's real. There's no real trees. It's all cement. So the fact that you're there for so long and you're stuck in a trailer or with just these same, if you're on location, you're with these same 300 people for
This
months.
is no roof and only 3 walls. It is a set built on a stage for the filming of a motion picture.
But as I believe that money and fame and the cost, even with musicians being in a recording studio for so long, over and over and over doing the same thing, you just get kind of nutty.
Hollywood, the city of magic, where some find Aladdin's lamp and all their dreams come true, while others pursue the will-o'-the-wisp called success, all in vain. then travel their homeward paths
feel
disappointed.
imprisoned. And although you're making something the whole world's going to love, then you have the pressure of, well, I'm supposed to have everything because I'm rich and famous. And then you turn around and go, wow, I have everything, now what?
Making us forget that we are looking at a motion picture screen. A truly ultimate achievement in the art of motion picture making.
I would consider going back to the film room, most definitely. I watched some of my peers and my family. I watched them do some of their best work in their older days, and my eye is very polished now, and I would definitely do it. It was exciting because I knew I was doing that, and I understood it, and it was mine. I loved it. I loved it, yes, and I still love a challenge to this day.